We are back with some more Legacy franchise, and we are entering our bye week here in week 6. We did end up re-signing 2 players. One, I was thinking about waiting, but after just really looking at the contract, he really wasn't asking for too much, so we got it done. But before that, we got Jason Myers, our kicker, 1 year, $3.77 million. Really, really cheap. He's been great for us. I mean, he's got 97 kick power. I mean, that's pretty damn good if you ask me. And that's pretty much all that matters in kickers. I mean, accuracy does matter a little bit, but you want kick power. You want to be able to bang kicks, and he's made 60-yarders for us. So definitely keeping him around. And Jaron Reed is the one we were talking about. I was thinking about letting it wait till the end of the season, see how his stats look. But he's only asking for 1 year, nothing long term. 7.4 for an 81 overall. Decent lineman. He could still improve too. He's the 28, I believe, so he could still go up in overall. I think it's really cheap and worth keeping around. That way we don't have to worry about that position next year, because next offseason I think we're really going to have to figure out another defensive end situation. I thought Darrell Taylor was going to have his shot this year to really improve, and he hasn't. He's had a poor start, but maybe that changes. Maybe as the season goes along, Darrell Taylor starts stepping up, making some plays. Alton Robinson has flashed a bit, so that's good to see. But we're missing Carlos Dunlap's impact quite a bit. I decided to cut him and go young this season and see what would happen on the defensive end, and it's not going so good for us. But like I said, it's still early. Things could definitely change. Hopefully they change as well, because if we could, that would be great if we could lock up the defensive end position now with 2 young guys and have them grow into it. But we'll just have to see how all that plays out. But 2 decent players to re-sign heading into next year. As things stand, it's looking like we're going to have a lot of cap to work with next season. Now, I can't just go out and blow it all, because if I decide to re-sign Russell Wilson the season after, then, that's going to take up a lot of money. But Chris and Dwayne Brown are all probably walking. It's in the NFL, running back's probably the easiest position to replace. I love Chris Carson. I just don't think I see myself re-signing him. Dwayne Brown's old. Ben Jones, not re-signing him. Puna, I'm definitely going to re-sign. I love Puna, but 2 old linemen leaving us. And then Bobby Wagner will most likely be leaving as well. He's 32. I'm tempted to maybe franchise tag him and either play with it, use him one more season, or maybe franchise tag and try to trade him. I'm not quite sure yet what I want to do with Bobby, but a lot of these guys will be leaving. We're going to have a lot of young guys getting re-signed, but it's going to be interesting to see, how the team looks next season. But we got a decent start to the season this year. We are currently 4-1. I believe the Bucks did lose. The Bears are still undefeated, so the Bears are the top of the NFC. But the Bucks did take an L. You love to see that. The Giants only have lost 1 game as well. I don't know for sure if we play the Giants. I want to say we do. I know we played the Bucks. We could check real quick if we play the Giants. We don't play the Bears, so we need the Bears to take some L's. I would really appreciate that, but let me double check. I want to say we do play the Giants, which if we do, then, that controls that. And, okay, well, I guess we don't play the Giants. I thought we did. We play the Cowboys. Okay, that's the only team we play, I guess. But if they can start taking some L's and we can start working our way to that first round bye again, that would be awesome. Not too much to talk about this bye week. We'll go over some stuff, some stats, and kind of wrap it up. As the NFC West is currently looking, the Rams, I believe, are on a 2-game win streak, so he is sitting at 3-3. He's, I think they started off either 0-3 or 1-3, so he's coming back up at 500. 49ers 2-3, and the Cardinals struggling at 1-4. But we got a GM meeting about a prospect. I might as well show you guys this. Why not? We'll show it to you. We want to take a deeper look at left outside linebacker James Gaines. He's been outstanding. Well, guess what? I don't really need a linebacker, so I don't know why you're coming to me about Mr. James Gaines, because I kind of like my linebacker core. I mean, I guess we do need a new middle linebacker if I get rid of Bobby, but that's still up in the air, so I don't know if I really want to scout him quite yet. View message, the bye week. What's Dwayne Brown feeling? We'll relax. We got a dub entering the bye, so we can relax a little bit. If you take the L, then it's extra preparation. I mean, come on now. +2 injury. We got a morale boost for the team. You love to see that. I guess I was about to show you guys that, but scouting players. But I wanted to show you guys this. I've already talked about these guys, but in the future, like I said, I want to re-sign Puna. Cody Barton's an interesting one. I do think I can re-sign him. He's really not asking for too much. But is he, 75 overall is about his peak. Is this man really going to improve? Marquise Blair, 100% re-signing. He's our free safety for the future. Ugo, I might just re-sign just for backup. Same thing with these guys. With most of these guys, I'll probably just end up re-signing just because they're cheap. Excuse me. Young players, solid players, and can all be backups. Remember, Brian Poole, we did sign a free agency to take that second cornerback spot, but our rookie corner has been playing pretty solid, so Brian Poole hasn't even seen a snap out there yet, so he'll probably leave. Rasheem Green, re-signed. DJ I'll probably let go just because I wasn't expecting to get a decent right tackle to replace DJ Fluker. I thought DJ was going to start, and a lot of these guys are just backups back here. I'll probably sign a handful of them, just keep them around. But the main ones are going to be leaving, and the team's going to be looking quite a bit different next year, especially if I end up getting rid of Russ. What are your guys' thoughts on that? Do we keep Russ? Do we draft a rookie? And what are your guys' thoughts? We usually go I think last Madden we went 6. I want to say we went 6 seasons last Madden, or maybe it was 5. I can't remember off the top of my head. So we're in season 2. Obviously, we'd have Russ for next season, so we'd have Russell under contract for 3 more seasons. So if we did 5 seasons, that's only leaves 2 years to develop a rookie. So it's you might as well stick with Russell at that point. If your goal is to win Super Bowls, But then a rookie would free up a lot of money where you could spend on the defense, So it's interesting decision. I'm really not sure what I want to do with that yet, but I'm curious to see what you guys think down below. Bobby is back from injury, by the way, so in Week 7 we will have him back, which is great. Back to 100% healthy. And I guess we'll show you guys the stats of our squad and get up out of here. Russell has an interesting season. A lot of the picks came from that one Panthers game. Other than that, he's played pretty well. 1,600 yards, 93 for 126, 14 touchdowns, 7 picks. I think he's ran a couple touchdowns as well. Sacked 9 times, so we've played 5 games, so about basically 2 sacks a game, which is a little unfortunate, but decent. It could be worse. The picks are kind of high, just like I said, that Rams or the Panthers game, I want to say I threw 4, so a lot of them came from that just one game. The rushing numbers are interesting. Chris Carson, 70 for 327 and 6, averaging 65.4 a game, with only 2 broken tackles. And Artie McKenzie just behind him with 59 carries, 261 yards. Average per carry is a little bit lower at 4.4. He's got 3 touchdowns. He has fumbled twice, but he does have 5 broken tackles. So he's broke more tackles than Chris Carson, which is a little interesting there. Russell's fumbled 5 times. The man needs to work on his carrying. That's for damn sure. We've got some end arounds here to DJ, or not DJ, D. Eskridge. But not too bad. I'm curious to see how these numbers look at the end of the season. They're pretty neck and neck now, just a little bit under the yards per carry, but he's got a little more broken tackles. Their yaks pretty much the same. So it'll be interesting to see how the end of season stats pan out for those two. DK is our leading receiver. Really no surprise there. 26 for 565 and 5, being an absolute monster. D. Eskridge, surprising to see him second in yards. I would have thought that would have been Thaddeus Moss, but 14 for 235 for Eskridge. He has yet to find the end zone. Has he ran one in? Wow, he really hasn't scored a touchdown. That's crazy. We got to get the man a touchdown. Tyler Lockett hasn't scored either. Jesus. But we've been spreading the ball a lot these couple games. So Thaddeus Moss is having a decent start to the season. Kind of slowed up here and there, but the start he was on fire, getting all kinds of receptions. He's been pretty solid for us. So another player I'm curious to see what the end of season stats look like for him. It'd be real nice if I can get a development chance for him and get him to superstar. That would be awesome. But we'll see. Hopefully we can get that. He's 16 for 227 and 2. And then we got Tyler Lockett, 13 for 204. No touchdowns for him, but he's a big play threat. If you got to focus all your attention on these 3, you can't leave Tyler Lockett all alone. The man's an absolute monster. I love my receiving core. Will Disley's even gotten on the stat sheet. He's had some big plays somehow. 6 for 178 and 2 for big old Will Disley. Artie McKenzie has caught some nice passes, 9 for 146 and 2 through the air. Even Colby Parkinson's got some touchdowns, 3 for 59 and 2. Chris has a receiving touchdown as well. He's 5 for 46 and 1. And even Nick Ballore, our fullback, has a reception. So we've been spreading the ball around a lot there. Who's leading in the sacks? So our rookie right tackle's got 3 allowed. Damian Lewis with 2, Dwayne Brown with 1, and Ben Jones with 1. A little unfortunate that he's the rookie leads, but it's to be expected. Come on, a rookie. He's trying his hardest out there. Our tackle leader is Jamal Adams with 50 so far. He's flying around, making things happen. Tackles for loss leader. Now, this is interesting here because this is a guy that we got to re-sign, but Cody Barton leads the team in tackles for loss. He's not out there in the nickel and dime packages as well. He leads the team. Jaron Reed's also up there tied for 4. And Alton Robinson, who I gave the start over Carlos Dunlap. I wanted to cut Carlos and give it to Alton. And I think he's done pretty good. The one that's been disappointing is Darrell Taylor. These stats are bad. He plays almost every snap. He's only got 8 tackles. He's second tackles for loss. Not bad, I guess. He's got no sacks. I think maybe he's had a couple hits, but he really isn't getting there. Alton Robinson's got 3 sacks. I believe he leads my team in sacks. Yep, 3 sacks. He leads my team. I can't ask for much more for the man. If he's going to keep getting sacks like that, I'm going to keep playing him. Marquise Blair's came on a couple blitzes, got some sacks. Jamal's got in there. A lot of DBs have gotten in there. Not our rookies there. DJ Reed's in there. So, a lot of blitzes getting in there, but we need, a dominant edge rusher that can get pressure consistently. And hopefully Alton Robinson can turn into that for us. That would be great. But he's off to a decent start. We played 5 games. He's got 3 sacks. So can't complain about that production too much. And he's not even in our base packages. Our base stuff, LJ Collier's in there. So his snaps are, you can check downs played, can't you? He's at 191. Now where we got Darrell Taylor is at 327. So, not double the snaps, but it's up there. His snap count is way lower than everyone else, and he leads our team in tackles for loss and sacks. I still want to keep him in the role he has because LJ has flashed, and he's been pretty good and stopping the run and stuff, so I'm keeping LJ there. But if Darrell Taylor doesn't step up these next couple games, I could bump Darrell Taylor out of there and put in maybe Rasheem Green on the other side or someone else because the man's really, really struggling and it sucks. He needs to be better, so hopefully he can turn it around for us. Our interception leader is Sidney Jones. He's off to a great start, along with Jordan Brooks, both of them balling out. Marquise Blair's got a pick. The rookie's got a pick, and DJ Reed has a pick so far. We got a lot of turnovers on the squad already. Have we forced a fumble? Jamal Adams does have a forced fumble. Okay. How many touchdowns? I feel like we have a lot of defensive touchdowns. Jordan Brooks has 2, Sidney with 1, and Marquise Blair. We have 4 defensive touchdowns in 5 games. That is amazing. You love to see that from the team. But overall, we've been decent. We've had some decent performances on defense, but a lot to improve on. Darrell Taylor, the big one, he needs to improve massively. Jason Myers hasn't missed a field goal or extra point. That's why we signed the man. He's been automatic for us. Michael Dixon always doing Michael Dixon things. Artie McKenzie hasn't really popped any. He had one, the 34-yarder, and other than that, I don't even know if I've got past like a 20-yard return. He hasn't done much with his kick returns. Punt returns, same thing. His longest is a 6-yard return. He just hasn't been that effective. But, it's always tough in Madden. The blocking is always kind of poor. But I guess I'll show you guys the league leaders in the stats. And then we'll probably hop up out of here just because it's so early in the season. It's hard to really dive into stuff. But the passing leader right now is Tom Brady. Passing touchdowns leader is the rookie Malik Willis, the Panthers rookie. He threw everywhere on us. It was not good. Damian Harris is the rushing leader currently, and the rushing touchdown leader is tied between Austin Eckler and Saquon Barkley. The receiving leader, Jesus Christ, is O.J. Howard with 939 yards. He's probably... Nope, Cole Kmet with 11 touchdowns. Jeez, I'm getting all kinds of touchdowns there. The tackle leader, what do we got here? Darius Snyder with 59. So Jamal only 9 tackles behind him. Not too bad for the boy there. Tackle for loss leader. See, this is what I like to see. I mean, we got 4. 4. Our max is 4. This man's got 18. 18. And 7.5. I mean, this is what I need on the squad so bad. And we need someone that can just consistent pass rush and just wreak havoc. And so that's why I think a lot of the money that we don't put into Chris Carson and offensive, I think next season if there's a good free agent out there, I'm going in. If not, we might have to draft a player. We do have a first-round pick next season, which is great. Interception leader, Darius Slay. No really surprise there. Forced fumble. That's not it. Forced fumble leader is Antoine Winfield. Really, what is he, just stripping it left and right? The Lions are kicking all kinds of field goals. The rookie Falcons punters leading in yards. Any kick returns for touchdowns? Holy moly, we got a lot of kick returns for touchdowns. We got the rookie Derek Owens with the kick return. Another rookie on the Vikings with a kick return. Deontay Harris with one. Another rookie on the Lions. And Christian Kirk. Jeez. Any punt returns? No punt returns. What's the longest, Ben? Just curious. 26? Punt returns are tough, man. Those are tough to come by. But that is that. That is that for that stats there. I do want to go over my roster just because I want to show you guys who we have just in case if Darrell Taylor really doesn't pan out, you know, our options for later in the season. I'm not just going to stick with Darrell Taylor as much as I want him to be the guy for us. You know, if it's not working, it's just not working. We have Rasheem Green. I should have, here, let me go to I should not have went to depth chart, so we can't. It's just easier and looks better. I'm all over the place. I'm going to training now somehow. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. But it's just easier to look at if I click here. Then I can actually bring up the player, and it will be a lot easier here. So let's go to the defensive side. Darrell Taylor. We have Rasheem Green. He's 25.72 overall. He's a little bit bigger than Rasheem Green. These are his stats currently. Not bad, you know, not bad. He's got some decent traits. Or we have the rookie. I believe he was a 6th-round draft pick for us last draft. Alfonso Wolf. A little bit smaller than Rasheem Green. But not that bad of stats. You know, it could be worse. It could be worse. He's got, like I said, decent traits. So that'd be another player that I'm open to trying out. I'm going to give Darrell Taylor probably 2-3 more games. I don't want to be like so quick to the trigger. Like if he starts off slow, you know, it is what it is. But I want to give him some time because in real life, the man makes plays. In real life, he's been like the Seahawks' best pass rusher. So I don't want to. His play recognition is so bad. So maybe that's why in Madden he's kind of butt cheeks. But I want to give him a chance. So I'm going to give him a couple more games. If he doesn't produce, get those sacks, you know, get a freaking hit on the quarterback where it's a throw out of the sack animation, I pick it off something, he might have to move down the depth chart a little bit just because, I mean, we got other young guys that we could test out and see if one of them pop. But right now on the left side, I'm liking what we got. We got LJ here. We got Alton right behind him, so I'm loving what we got there. I'm not messing with that. But that is that. Obviously, Jordan's going to come back in the lineup. I'm not sure. I'll have to fix down the depth chart. But that is that for the bye week. Week 6 is complete. Next, we'll go to the schedule. I guess we can end on that. After the bye week, we take on the Cowboys. We have a stretch of games that are going to be pretty difficult. I want to say the Cowboys are 3-2, top of their division. No, the Giants are, but they're second, I believe the Cowboys are. Bills were the 2nd seed last year in the AFC. Saints be a pretty tough one. And the Cardinals, those are always, 3 straight divisional games. Those could be some difficult ones. The Broncos, the Bucks could be a big playoff one. The Packers, the Rams could be a playoff one. And the Chiefs to end it out. That's another playoff opponent. So we got some tough games down the stretch. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. And I'll see you guys in the next one.